Hello everyone, today we're going to be playing more Metaphor as we have been doing recently. Lots of Metaphor. We're on episode 27 now, so it's a long series and it's gonna keep going for quite a while longer, so I really hope you guys are enjoying it. We secured the infiltration route to the formula. Stuff happened with Alonso and his village and his mom dying. Another reason why we need to save the prince, lift the curse, and take out Luis. There's 5 days left until the soiree, so let's see what kind of stuff we can get done until then. Maybe some followers, which I really love going through the follower quests, and I'll see you guys in the comments. Enjoy. Hey, there's a Coliseum in Brilhaven. You fight monsters gathered from all over, and if you win, you get a prize. The Brilhaven Coliseum is quite well known. It's always crowded except during stormy weather. They bring dangerous monsters directly into the city? Doesn't seem especially safe, but I suppose the experience is worth the risk. I can certainly see the appeal. What say we visit it later? The ferryman ought to know where the Coliseum is. It's about what we discussed last time. I know I must head to my village to seek clues about my inheritance, but I freeze before I can take the first step. We're going. No more freezing.
Right.
Well, if you're sure, then I suppose now's as good a time as any. My home, the village of Halia, is on the outskirts of Grand Trad. As we'll need the runner, please extend my apologies to the rest. With the runner, we could make it there and back before dusk, though I can't help but feel guilt to request it for such a personal matter. Don't worry, we're all friends here. With Stroll leading the way, we arrived at last to his childhood home, the village of Halia. Imagine what it looked like before it got destroyed. Looks like it. There's this big main street here. Probably tons of people everywhere. Stalls. Doesn't look like anyone has lived here for a very long time. It's a chilling sight. Traveling here by Gauntlet Runner, you'd think we were practically next door to the capital. Yet as I fled for my life, the nearest settlement felt leagues away. I recall wanting to lie down and give up on several occasions. Probably hard to tell now, but this was once the village's main road full of people crossing every which way. I was just thinking about that, Stroll.
Truth is,
You used to be able to see the mountains cresting the horizon above the rooftops. It was beautiful. I wish you could have seen it like that. I see it in my mind.
If so,
I can see it in my mind's eye.
you.
Ha! You're clairvoyant, I guess. It's been 7 years since that day. It feels like forever ago, and yet only the blink of an eye at the same time. Afterward, I was shuffled between various relatives, nothing more than another mouth to feed, fitting, I suppose, of the burden I'd become. I went to the site of our manor, but all I found was rubble. A few walls were sort of standing, but it was a sorry sight compared to how I see it in my mind. Except, I've discovered a letter.
Take this.
There was a corner of my father's study that seemed to have been designed to withstand a fire. I found a box there with a letter inside, and I recognized the writing as my father's.
Hey.
I'm afraid I must ask a favor of you. I have no doubt this is his will, and I know I must read it, but I'm going to go over there and do just that, alone, but would you mind waiting nearby? It's okay to be nervous.
yeah.
Can you imagine telling him not to be a baby in this circumstance? Quit being such a whiny bitch and go read it already. I'm here for you if you need me.
Thanks.
Thank you. It's reassuring to have you by my side. I waited nearby for Stroll to read the will. Well, it's a good thing we found this. Seems I do indeed have an inheritance.
And
The will said the family's treasure was dispatched to the royal capital. Well, what are we waiting for?
well then,
Let's head back. Let's head back and find it then.
but
Yes, but I'm afraid we'll need something a little more specific than the capital. The letter is unfinished. I mean, how could it be? No one expected a murderous, rampaging human.
damn it.
If I'd only... Sorry. Whenever I think back to that day... My father names me the sole heir of his estate. He even addressed the letter to my beloved son, Leon. I feel only shame at such endearments. But as it stands now, the inheritance has but one purpose: to repay the debts owed to my parents and my people. So if they would see our house rebuilt, I'll do whatever they want me to do, a noble of prominence or otherwise. If I can make the people speak the name of House Haliatus with reverence, and once it lives on the tip of everyone's tongue, maybe then I'll be able to embrace the words, my beloved son. I never imagined the day would come that I'd come to terms with these feelings. I owe you so much and more. Rank 5!
I must use my nobility for good.
Reduces the cost of studying warrior lineage. While in reserve, the amount of experience Stroll gains increases. But first things first. I'm sure he entrusted the inheritance to someone in the capital, but I have no clue who it might be. No leads?
Hold on.
You don't have any leads at all?
Yeah.
None whatsoever. All I remember is that whenever he'd come home from the capital, I could smell the fish he'd brought back. Grand Trad was able to source fresh fish from Brilehaven, but in Halia, they were a rare feast.
Aha.
Hey, maybe I'm onto something. He spoke highly of the fish market, so he must have gone to the same one every time. Perhaps they'd remember him. That may be our best lead. And I'm afraid I shall once more take advantage of your generosity. When we return to Grand Trad, will you help me walk in my father's footsteps? It could turn out fruitless, so I'll need all the help I can get.
This one's important.
Oh, you know it, baby girl. I'll be right there for you.
All right.
But first, I have one more thing I'd like to look into. I think we're at a good stopping point for today besides.
Let's head back.
Thank you, William. Let's head back to the Gauntlet Runner. Yay. Anybody? Uh-oh. Oh, we can do Heis, mate, or Brigitte. You are not a Brigitte. An Elden kid. You one of Lady Brigitte's contacts then? I am. I've been assigned to stand guard here. She told me not to let anyone but an Elden kid through. And you're Elden, sure as anything. No reason to turn you away, so come on in, I suppose. I didn't expect you to show up. You hear the criers?
Everyone!
The anti-igniter terrorists' hideout has been burnt to the ground. Local village a front for criminal fiends. Torched thanks to renowned igniter merchant Lady Brigitte Lycaon. But...
At this time,
Those fear-mongers cried of the dangers of magic igniters and planned to raid our royal capital, Grand Trad, once its people were unarmed.
Hear ye, hear ye.
However, they have been brought to justice through the overwhelming power of magic igniters. 3 cheers for Lady Brigitte. 3 cheers for magic igniters. There you have it. But they're lying. But they're lying. It's my word versus the voice of the country. Even then, you'd believe in me? I didn't do anything. But the people I met then at the village, they're dead now. No.
Those people.
The little bat people? They were no anti-igniter group. It was the Sanctus Church, or rather, those who perform its dirty work. They want the world to see that igniters are the only defense they have against the violence around them, and so they set a village ablaze to prove their point. And by taking my dog, they made me a tool in their scheme, making it look like the work of an anti-igniter group. They knew I would set out to slaughter those responsible. Even though you stopped me before anything happened, someone else raised the village and named me responsible.
You get it.
In
Right.
short, this is a warning. From here on, they'll ask nothing less than total, unquestioning obedience. What will you do? What do you plan to do now? Killing some churchman won't change anything. Not when the whole institution's rotten. This world is a horrific place, defined by inequality and intolerance, and the ones who shape it are the wealthy few who sit atop it. In other words, the church.
In those days.
I had friends of my own when I was a child of poverty. Even through all the sludge and mire, we survived together, broke bread together. They all died slow. Starvation or torture took them. The Sanctus Church wheedles the strong and takes from the weak, their wealth and their lives. I remember holding their cold bodies in my arms. That's when I decided, from then on, I'd be the one doing the taking. If the weak always die, if they'll lose everything, then I'd become strong. I'd be on the side that takes. I wouldn't let anyone steal what I had. I swore it. I threw away my heart, threw away my hope, and now I've clawed my way here, made myself an underling of the same church that killed my friends. And still, even once you climb out of hell, there's only another circle of it waiting for you. It never ends. Oh God. How far must I fight them? How much must I take from them to ensure they can no longer tear things from my grasp? It'll be your head next, so I'll be the church's slave. I'll be whoever they need me to be. You can't give in to fear.
Listen.
I know you're scared, but you can't give in to them.
Shut up.
Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. With all you must have been through, how can you live a life like that and still believe in light in this world? Why do you? Why won't you let me give up? Brigitte's vulnerability and her desire to be saved bring pain to my heart. Me too. Me too. Oh man. This is the crying game. This is the crying game. It's like self-fulfilling prophecy. I try to like make my voice sound like I'm crying and then it makes me cry. Okay, increase the magic cost of setting the merchant lineage. Significantly improve the exchange rate at the magic exchange. William, when you think of this world you want to create, what do you imagine there? Hope? It won't be hell or smiling faces? Question mark? We'll go with hope.
Right.
Oh, man. Hope. It sounds like a country too bright for me. I wish I could have a heart like yours. Strong and beautiful. Brigida. I calmed Brigida down and waited until she fell asleep before I left the room. Aww. That's so sweet.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Well then.
Barden! 4 more days. See what that one guy was talking about. That shady guy.
You've come.
Ah, you're here. Glad you're well. I got something I want to show you. You have a wee bit of time? Great. Come with me.
Brilliant.
Look here. We've rebuilt the town's defensive barriers. Not just here either, but all of the entrances to town. Plus, we doubled the guard and developed them throughout town. Nobody wanted to do us harm will be getting it now.
Now then.
And now I can focus on other things. On the far more insidious threat plaguing the town. Oh? Are there bad people here? Oh? Are there bad people here? Not quite bad people, I'd say, but when one of them has a following, well, getting rid of them can be a bit of a toughie.
This is...
What the hell are you doing to this town, Baden?
Huh?
Sir Gastro, what business brings you here? Don't play the fool, Barden. Explain this special taxes plan of yours. Oh, well, that plan was right necessary to build the barrier you see here before you.
Seriously?
Spending the people's money so carelessly? We've no need for such defenses. Do you honestly believe Martyr will be attacked?
What now?
One ought to be prepared for anything, do you not agree? Besides, weren't you the one doling out funding from donations to the town's leading figures? Surely you had cause. What? Where did you hear that?
In other words,
Not only did I hear about it, I managed to recover those very funds, and that's why these barriers were finished ahead of schedule. Or do they say schedule? In truth, I'm grateful to you, Sir Gastro.
What did you say?
You mock me, but you'll regret making an enemy of me. Out of my way. Hey! How dare he push a wee laddie? Hey, are you alright there? There, you're not hurt. Now head on home. Mom, this scary armor is talking! It's talking! Oh, the kids think he's a walking armor?
what?
Wait, don't be frightened. Oh, poor Barden. He ran away. Am I really that scary a fellow? Nay, he's just fallen victim to Gastro's sneaky little machinations. I've got to keep my guard up.
But then,
And I must prove to Gastro that no injustice will be happening on my watch. Oh my gosh. What does I see you in a whole new light mean? Like in a good way? I have to hope. I'm seeing you in a whole new light, Barden.
All right.
Well, I'd rather not have to resort to such methods. But I tell ya, I shudder to even think about that man being governor.
The truth is,
I mean, I'll confess he was the clergyman I thought would do well in the position. 'Cause I thought him a splendid fellow at first, but in truth he's a scoundrel who only wants to control the town. Honestly, thinking on it all, maybe I'm not such a great judge of character. First Lady Joanna, and now Gastro. I've got some naivete in me, and it seems to just invite tragedy.
if so then.
If I want to fix this, I cannot show any more mercy, which is why I've got a spy on Gastro. Oh, that's a good idea.
Nicely done.
That sounds like a good idea. Right? That little snoop is how I managed to get a hold of that bribe what's been discussed.
I suppose.
We need to place safety above all else. Can't have folks like Gastro just prowling about. You know, it's for your sake too that I'm cleaning up the
You
town.
hear me?
Don't you see I want to unite the people under your banner? That requires moving certain obstacles. That's reassuring.
Really amazing.
Thank you. That's very reassuring.
Yeah?
Glad you appreciate it. I'll direct more of my effort to it then. And I won't feel truly fit to be governor until I repay your favor and preserve the peace. I can feel Barden's ambitions as governor and his increasingly deep faith towards me. I like Barden's little
not
story
enough.
here because
It
it,
could yet be
it doesn't
improved.
make me cry yet. Protective formation improves defense when whole party is in the back row. Care package. Occasionally, as one day ends and another begins, Barden will send a parcel. Oh, care package.
So long.
Well, no time like the present. I'll have to take my leave of you for today. Apologies.
Right?
Hey, the guard keeps looking over here. I know. I can't even relax in my own home anymore. I thought if we left things to Barden, we'd finally have some peace and quiet. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. Not Alonso.
Incredulous.
Anything but that. Anything but that. Why? We could do Heisme. We could do Alonso. Let's do Heisme this time. Ah, it's you. Once we get our more pressing goals out of the way, I won't be sure what to do with myself. I've been thinking of the UG village. In some ways, there may be no better place for my son finally to rest. But I've been away for so long, can't say if they'll still accept me. I'm practically a stranger now. Let's go and see.
Yes.
Right then. I suppose I'll stop wasting time dithering and get myself ready. The place is just to the east of Martira. The village is hidden, so I'd prefer a quiet and careful approach by carriage. I'll guide us.
In days gone by,
Hasn't changed a bit. Yes, this is my hometown. Apologies for dragging you all this way.
Tadari,
Tadari, it's me, Heisme. I've returned and I've something to discuss. I've known Tadari for a long time, you see. He's the leader of the village.
just
Although I should warn you now that you'll not be welcomed here. You might feel some hostility in the air. I'm used to that.
Hey,
Nothing I'm not used to.
I apologize.
Ah, yes, the Elden experience, I suppose. Nonetheless, I do apologize. Haizme, is that you? You're looking gray in the ears, my friend. As if the years were any kinder to you, Tadari. I heard you left the Royal Knights, but it's good to see you again. Who is this?
He is...
This is William, a traveling companion of mine. He's standing in the tournament for the throne. I'm the future king. Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you.
Wait, is that why you've come back to the village?
No.
No, I came to see the cemetery. I'm trying to find a place where my son can rest. Ah, your boys... Go on ahead then. He passed away before I could bring him here. At the very least, I thought I might let him rest somewhere with a view of the village. He loved running with the wind in his face. Surely, I thought, he'd like the hill. I know it's not something the villagers would easily accept, but...
Yes.
I see. Well, it sounds like a wonderful idea to me. But you know, the cemetery is sacred to the village. I fear you might be right. I'm not certain how they'll respond. Would you allow me to take the urn? I imagine that seeing it will prompt their cordiality, if not sympathy.
Please.
All right. Thank you.
Here...
I always used to train here when I was young. Look closely and you'll see this tree is riddled with claw marks. I know, because it was my claws that left them. Brings back memories. Of course, having shaken the trees, I'd get a swarm of bugs coming down on my head. And of course, I'd go winging to Tadari about it. Adorable. So even you were a cute kid once, huh? Ha, having trouble imagining it? The villagers are here. They watch us from the shadows. If you focus and listen, you'll hear them too. He didn't leave voluntarily. He was stripped of his knighthood, wasn't he? And now he wants his child buried here? The boy wasn't even born in this village.
Oh,
Do you hear? Not very welcoming. Sounds like you're not welcome here.
well...
Exactly within my expectations, then. If they decline, let's withdraw without a fuss.
Haizme.
I've explained the situation to the younger villagers. Seemed like nobody had any problem with giving your son a place here. Indeed? Thank you. Master Tadari! The urn! The urn of bones! It's gone! What? What? What is the meaning of this? A fallen knight brings shame to the village. I hear a voice from somewhere. Tadari was just too afraid to refuse him, that's all. Explain yourself.
Hey,
What's the meaning of this? This is the only welcome an outsider can expect. I'm sorry, Haizme. I cannot excuse the villagers' behavior. The village hasn't changed a bit. Still rejecting outsiders. Still shutting themselves away. Maybe I should have expected this. I left this place behind. I became an outcast. Maybe losing my son again is what I deserve. No! Still, you stood for me. You spoke in anger on my behalf, and that is my sole salvation. I can feel Haizme's profound sorrow and strong trust. We gotta get the urn back. What the hell? Who would do such a fucked up thing? Increase skill slots, inheritance slots for thief lineage to 2. Shall I search the entire village? No stone unturned? Doubtless. That intrusion would only provoke further offense, but I haven't time to waste.
I apologize.
You have my sincerest apologies. I shall take responsibility and find the urn. It is my duty as chief. No, as one who would see justice done. There's an unease in the village. For today, I think it best you leave. Very well. Dude, what? We can't leave?
Time marches
How's he
on,
gonna
and the age of
leave?
a new king draws nearer.
There's a letter and package from
Look at this.
Barden. I wish I could do more, but for now, this will have to do. Stay safe. Expensive medicine times 3. Barden. But, oh my gosh.
Well, then.
I feel like most people, like I would be like, I've never had a child of my own, but I can only imagine you've been carrying around your son's ashes and then it gets stolen, and then it's like, okay, we're just gonna leave? No, like I would not sleep until I found them, you know? My goodness. Oh no, nobody is available to talk. Where's the Colosseum? I thought I saw it on the map before, but now I can't find it. Oh. Oh.
Let's go.
It even says it right there. For Stroll, I have to complete a quest to continue his story. Okay. Well, I'm guessing it's not something I can do right now, right? Because I don't think I can do any. Hey! Requests. For Strolls, is it something that I have available right now? Somewhere that I'm unaware of? We just looked at my... Oh, a noble's legacy. Stroll asked me to help track down his inheritance. He recalled his father frequently frequented a fishmonger near the Grand Cathedral in Grand Trad. I should start there. Oh, I didn't know this was something I had to do outside of...
All right then.
Okay.
Where to?
Thanks for good looking out.
Welcome.
Fishmonger. Fresh fish. Get your fresh fish. I've got bargains.
What'll I do?
This one?
Welcome.
Welcome, welcome, one and all. If it's swam in the rivers or seas, I've got it here, and it's all as fresh as the ocean breeze. Apparently, Stroll's father frequented the fish market. I know he was doing a doting parent, but would a count really do his own shopping? The Count of Halia? And just how do you know such a great man? You're acquainted with his son? Really now? I hate to break it to you, lad, but you're an Elda, and Clamar nobles aren't really known for befriending your kind. Do you have something of his? What are you playing at? If this is some manner of con, I'll make it known far and wide, especially if it concerns the Count of Halia. He saved my skin once, when some pain-in-the-ass nobles started making accusations about my produce. He happened to be there and stood up for me. From what I gather, he was only in the market to find a souvenir for his son. Fancy that, a noble buying things himself. Like father, like son. Blimey, you really do know him, don't you? Well then, I know another merchant you should speak to. He did a fair amount of business with the Count. That day, he said he had an appointment to meet This merchant in front of Regolith Grand Cathedral. Odd that he bought the fish first, eh?
Oh, what'll I do?
Another merchant. Okay. Is it you?
And what? So foolish it arouses great pity.
Indeed. That guy just shoved me over. Indeed. I was acquainted with the late Count of Halia. Oh, is that so? You say you know his son, do you? The Count was a truly honorable, upstanding man. I doubt any son of his would associate with riffraff like you. The merchant is still suspicious of me. What should I say next? Did his fish stink? Thanks to my overwhelming imagination, I was able to choose words that convince the merchant I have no ill intent. Ha! How interesting. Yes, they did indeed stink. The Count would often buy fish himself and then show up to our meetings with them in hand. Amusing as it was, I worried about how he would keep them fresh. Ah, that stirs some memories. The Count of Halia that I remember was a magnanimous man. He was genuinely kind to all he met.
Is done.
Perhaps I should have learned from his example. Very well. Tell me your story, and I will listen. I see. You must forgive my suspicion. You truly are a friend of his son, aren't you? I do apologize, but surely you understand my caution. Word of his lost inheritance has spread, and con men have tried every trick in the book to claim it.
I do appreciate your assistance.
I have indeed been entrusted with the inheritance always meant for the Count's son. Please give him that message. The rest are details I'd prefer to share with him directly. Please bring him with you when you are able. I found the person who was entrusted with the Count's inheritance. I should let Stroll know immediately. Hey, perfect.
Sorry.
Oh, it's you. What do you think?
Any luck finding leads on the inheritance matter? I found the man holding it for you.
Huh?
Have you? You must take me to him so we can talk.
Oh.
It's nice to finally meet you. Well, we have met, but you were just a babe in your mother's arms. Funny how much you've come to resemble them both. Your father and I did charity work, providing aid to the downtrodden. It was hardly lucrative, but I was quite taken by his charisma. He did charity work in the capital? I hardly knew his business here, to be honest. My connection to your father is ultimately what led him to entrust your family fortune to my guardianship. I'm pleased to finally put it in the right hands.
No.
I don't mean to pry, but have you decided what you will do with it?
That is...
I had thought to use it to rebuild our house, but to hear my father use his fortune to help people, I admit I'm having second thoughts. The refugees of Halia are struggling to survive without permanent housing, and knowing this, I would put these funds to the needs of my house? It would take tremendous time and money to restore our territory. I wouldn't be able to tend to their hardships for many seasons to come. You are truly a Stroll lad. Right down to your father's strength of character. If I might be so bold, allow me to present you with an option.
Oh.
It would work thusly. You purchase a parcel of land from your pick of the gentry. Many are in desperate need of coin and would easily part with estates they cannot sustain. You could then offer this land to your people to build upon. Would that not give them solace?
True.
I see the wisdom in it, but I can't imagine finding such an ideal expanse in such short order. If it's the negotiations you're concerned about, that is where I come in.
Quite.
Perhaps you've heard the name Lord Hydron, best known for his piety. He's well versed in such matters. Do you got anyone else? Is there anyone else you might know? Ah, so you do know him. Well, I can appreciate why you'd recoil from him. But for such an occasion as this, he would be a potent ally. I dare say he would be precisely the savior you'd need to realize your ideals.
My ideals.
My ideals, you say?
Yes.
I apologize. I'm just caught off guard by how quickly these tides change. I gladly accept your generous offer to aid me in negotiations. Lord Hydron? Really? Hope is only a step behind a clear conscience.
No.
Words I'd hear my mother and father say often. They practically bludgeoned me with it. What does it mean? What does it mean? It means that if you believe in your cause enough to see it done, then you will find a way. Something like that anyway. If I can procure new land, all those people could return to some semblance of the lives they were forced to abandon. They could go back to a time of peace before the human attacked.
Just...
And you have no small role to play here. You know that, don't you? Look at Will's face. He's like... He looks scared. Like, what? What do you want me to do? If treachery claims the throne, this whole country will fall to ruin, and I'll have no hope of saving the people of Halia, let alone realizing my ideals.
Hey.
In other words, the future of many depends on our fight. Our hopes lie with you, Captain. I can sense Stroll's deep-seated trust and newfound resolve. Rank 6!
Whatever burdens you carry, I'll carry them
Inheritance slots for the warrior lineage increased to 3, while in reserve, Stroll will gain experience at the normal rate.
Thank you.
I need more teammates now, so I can shove these guys to the curb. Make way for the fresh blood. I owe you my thanks for discovering the man safeguarding the inheritance. It was surely no easy feat to find him.
You're a lifesaver.
Yay! My tolerance went up. Nice, nice. My tolerance is getting close to rank 4. Look at that.
That reminds me.
If you don't mind my asking, did you hear anything else about my father in the search? Oh, he loved his son. Only that he loved his son to the ends of the world. Come off it. You've gone a bit over the top with that one. No, it's true! Were my father in the same position I am now, I wonder what he would do. I returned to the others with Stroll, who was still deep in thought. Alonso! Oh god, here we go. You guys ready for this? I'm not ready. Well, I mean, at least his mom won't die again. So, like, it can't get much worse than that. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry, just leave me alone. Can't do that. With overflowing tolerance, I conveyed my willingness to take on the sorrows and regrets anguishing Alonso. Well, if anyone was going to pester me, I'm glad it's you.
Sorry.
Could you spare me a bit of time?
Thank you, truly.
Anything for you, Alonso. I did some more digging on the landowner who burned down my village. And when I thought I'd hit the bottom, I found more behind him that I hadn't unearthed before. In the end, he's nothing more than a pawn for someone else. I thought I had the upper hand, shadowing him and those he associates with, but they've been looking into me as well. They untangled the web of lies that is Cuculus and struck first. What a fool I've been. My village, my mother, they're all gone. I've lost everything. You have to be strong. No, I'm so sorry. It's terrible. I'm so sorry. As if I have any right to be sad. I just wanted to save my hometown. His taxes were extortion. I like this song. Very pretty, but very like dark and depressing. It's haunting, I believe is the word. His taxes were extortion. He siphoned the village's trade profits away for himself. My once peaceful village was trampled by poverty and the ills that accompany it. He caused only torment for them, so I struck back. I thought I could fix things for them, that my mother would be happy. But I got too caught up with my heroics and underestimated him. He couldn't have burned down the village on his own.
Samuel.
Even if the village was rid of the landowner, someone else is backing him. An even more powerful enemy who'd be left unscathed. I endangered everyone's lives because I didn't realize that. And it was my mother. Whoa, 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 whoa! Alonso! My own mother who paid the price. Jesus. Die, they said. In all my waking hours, in all my dreams, I hear the villagers demanding my death. I only began this endeavor to free them, to give them their joy back. So if my death is what will give them that now, I have to. What? That's not gonna give them back their joy. Your mother wouldn't want this.
No.
Was it your mother's wish for you to die? My mother's? Yeah, thank you. Mother, she wanted me to live. But what's the point in living when all I have are my sins? He has a nice outfit. I just noticed. I like his outfit.
Please.
Why? Why do you not blame me? Make amends by living.
That's...
Because living is the only way to atone for those sins. Phew. His little, just the little, like, I don't know what you call it, but the little vocal lines that he has in these scenes where he's just like it's really well done. Live to atone, not by dying. I wonder if there's anything I can still do. I don't think there is. But just because you believe in me, I think I can go on living just a little longer. That was close. That was a close one, guys. I can sense the tremendous trust Alonso has placed in me by sharing his darkest thoughts. Whew. Very dark. Oh man. That's rank 4. We're only halfway through this, guys. Halfway through. Okay. Discounts at prices of magic shops and increases the monetary reward for completing requests. Oh, I like that. I like the money. I've not the slightest clue what to do next. I'm not a good person. Not like how my mother was, and I don't have some special power like you do. Like you do. You were right. It would have been rather hasty of me to end my life here and now. Thank you, William. I finally realized that as long as I have you, the world is mine to fool. What? Do visit again. I'll set the stage. I have some fun tricks in store for you. Oh, okay. That's a little concerning. I don't know what Alonso is scheming this time, but at least it seems he's regained the will to live. Yes, and I'm a little bit concerned. Alonso waved nonchalantly as we parted, and I returned to the inn. Okay.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws near.
He seems to have bounced back quite well. Not sure what he's planning. That could make him feel like that.
How can it be?
Oh, Barden's in trouble. All right, so we'll stop here for tonight. We'll continue. We have 2 days left until the soiree. So we'll start up the next stream of this game on Friday. All right. Pardon me barging in, Barden.
You've come.
Ah, you're here. Glad you're well. I'll be frank with you. There's been an incident. Thankfully, nobody died, but surely could have. And I know the crafty fellow who did it. He wouldn't confess even if we backed him into a corner. So I'm thinking of striking a deal with him. But you know, the thing is, I'm not very skilled at negotiating. Ah. So since I have my... what is this? Again, called eloquence? Not eloquence, but... I can say just be yourself. Oh yeah, it is eloquence. I convinced Barden with my eloquence. Be myself, you say? And what, just face the problem head on like there's nothing to be afraid of? Just be honest to a fault? It certainly seems a far better thing than working out some plan. I can only be myself after all. Gotta play the hand I was dealt.
Thank you.
Many thanks to you, William. Won't you come with me? Let's go!
Thank you, truly.
I thank you for being here. I've made up my mind now. Come on.
Listen to me.
Listen, all of you. Someone here set fire to the administration building. We managed to put it out before anyone got hurt, but this is treason.
You hear me?
The traitor should come forward immediately. Did you want to become a governor so badly that you would go this far, Sir Gastro?
What?
Surely you don't mean to say I'm the one behind this?
I know who it was.
Oh, I'm done listening to you and all your denials. Take him away. Sirs, isn't it obvious the fire is Barden's own plot?
Just so.
Yes, Barden, your own position is safe if you have a scapegoat. How uncharacteristically intelligent of you.
What did you say?
What are you saying now?
Listen to me.
My fellow townspeople, will you go on never questioning this man? Look what's happened to your town under his rule.
Seriously.
Guards are treating you like prisoners, spying on you, reporting on you. Is this place your town or theirs?
Let's do this.
Furthermore, is this man in any way fit to govern? I propose we hold a vote and decide once and for all.
Huh?
Vote? Is that where we decide who's governor?
No, I say.
Such a thing can't possibly be done with integrity. I won't allow it.
Oi!
Oh, yes, you will. The people should decide, just like with the king. Haha. Well, that fellow is certainly all for it, even though I assume you hate the idea. For myself, I think a vote will speak volumes. It will reveal to all here that you are the dangerous one, not I. Shut up, you conniving cur. Stay calm.
Wait.
Stay calm, Barden.
What?
I hear ya.
I haven't a choice.
Fine. However, anyone who cheats will have the hell slapped into them.
I understood.
You all understand that? I'm keeping a watchful eye. Don't forget it. I don't think that went very well.
You're a great help indeed.
Ah, thank you. Nearly forgot myself back there. I must say, everyone seems so frightened of me. Even the wee ones. You mean especially the wee ones? They're even more scared than they thought I was... than when they thought I was a phantasm. God, the way they look at me.
Got to say,
Hey, William. Tell me true. Have I erred when it comes to my methods? I don't know. I don't know what methods are you talking about? I couldn't say for sure. I'm not sure.
if so then.
Well, what in the world should I have done instead, eh? I mean, I thought they'd understand my reasons soon enough. I wasn't monitoring them out of contempt. I'll tell you something. I've no choice but to just hope they'll come round. My duty is to protect the weans from rampant villainy. Let's think of another strategy.
Well then.
There must be another strategy. Let's find one together.
Ah,
Your sincerity is always touching. Thank ye for much. For being so thoughtful despite having your own business to contend with. Hope I can always count on you for the best advice.
still though.
The vote will be held soon by the looks of things. I can't lose. I must protect the town. I say this as your comrade as well. I can feel Barden's firm resolve and deep faith in me. Let's go.
I wish I had better
Rank
tidings.
5. Inheritance slots for commander lineage to 2. Improve the chance of escaping from squad battle. Okay, we did it. Worry not. I became governor by forever striving to fulfill everyone's expectations. And that's how it should be. I parted with Barden, who had a grim look on his face. Anybody wanna hang out? Uh-oh, I don't have anybody who wants to hang out.
I'm just incredulous.
Should we go check out the Colosseum then? Ho ho, okay.
All right, let's show him what we can do.
Defeat the enemy in 3 turns or less.
Yeesh, they're pretty tough.
Mm.
Better be careful.
Blaze!
Are you kidding me? That didn't
It's
do
okay.
a thing!
Come forth, royal soul. Freeze!
In the name of justice! Ah! No, not this. No holding back! This better hit!
Okay. We need to find a weakness to this guy, or else this is not gonna be good.
You think yourself equal? Now accept your fate. Not forward.
Guard is down!
Slash!
Critical hit!
I will fight.
Nice.
Let's go.
We haven't tried lightning yet.
I shall fight as the noble I am. Swordmaster! Not now. To the fore! Swordmaster! Hack and slash!
Okay, so
Fireproof!
we haven't
Better
tried
use something else.
bashing yet. And we have light and dark, which no one has equipped at the moment.
that we strive for! Magic Knight! I'll destroy you!
Hulkenberg got them right in
Ah, there we go.
Command may turn the tides of Commander.
That's exactly what we needed.
I show no mercy. Commendable bearing.
What was that? Hulkenberg's guard is down!
Vitus power. Better be sure.
Hit their weakness!
I can't afford to hold
That's your
back.
opening,
Ah! Ah! They die hard!
Oh, power of heroes!
Boom! Good job, guys. Rank up. Rank 9 of Wizard, I believe. For William there.
Bravo!
That was an incredible fight, and what in the world was that magic you used? Whatever it was, you passed the certification battle. You've officially earned your place in the ranked league. First things first, take your rank insignia and your reward for this time.
Mission accomplished!
Oh, right. Regarding the matter of my inheritance, it seems my father's merchant friend reached out to Lord Hydron. I'd like to go to the Grand Cathedral to negotiate. If you have time, would you accompany me, William? I will.
Thanks.
Thank you. Then let's make for the royal capital. I hope this turns out for the best. I can't believe there's only two ranks left. Stroll might be the first one that we max out his little thing here. I've been informed about the land. Huh, this conversation could have been far less roundabout if you'd only informed me of your assets. What are these documents? The contract, lad. You seem rather hurried, so I wasted no time preparing it. But with a signature, you become a landowner.
Worry not.
This is a countryside land, yes, but the price is a rare bargain. The owner forfeited after losing his fortunes on a gamble.
I see.
There was an owner? Am I right to presume this land still has tenants? Yes, quite a few. They're yours to command. Vacate them, employ them, the choice is yours. Your property, your people. A bargain, wouldn't you say? The total acreage is a bit smaller than Halia. A minor details. This land is readily available, and that alone makes it valuable. There's even an estate manor you can claim at your convenience.
No.
It matters, actually. So, in order to get his Halia people a place to live, he'd have to kick out the people that are staying there right now, right? Like, if it's smaller than what Halia was, then it's definitely not going to fit both groups of people, right? Is that what we're getting at here? Something seems off about this.
Yeah,
Right. If there are already residents there, I'd be introducing conflict by moving the Hollians on top of them. Needless to say, this land won't let me realize my vision. Why do you concern yourself with the squatters? If they're of no use to you, push them out of sight and out of mind. A lord hardly deserves the title without land to govern. You would reject this contract knowing that? Stick to your ideals.
Stroll.
Hope is only a step behind a clear conscience.
You.
Oh. Was that his parents saying? Yeah, I remembered totally. William, you remembered my parents saying.
Apologies.
I do apologize, Lord Hydron, but I can't in good conscience sign this contract. No! Damn. Do you know what a refusal would do to my reputation? As a noble, you must know that this will have ramifications.
Yeah.
All the land in the world does not make a lord until he shoulders the responsibility of protecting its people. To hell with nobles who can't recognize that. Yeah! You tell him, Stroll. In fact, I would like to make a counteroffer. I will buy 100 of your vacant houses here in the capital. 100? Vacant or not, residence does not come cheap in the capital. Your ilk could never afford them. I've already verified the going market rate. My ilk has more than enough to cover the costs. You're surprised? I looked into it a while you were helping me make inquiries. Ah, clever girl.
Right.
That was a clever move, Stroll.
Now then.
I know I'm just a countryside noble, but you wouldn't dream of overcharging me, would you? It would certainly have ramifications. You must be familiar with my compatriot by now, yes? Indeed, your reputation would certainly suffer were it to come to light you were trying to scam us. Surely you aren't threatening me, are you, boy?
No.
Of course not. I have simply made a competitive offer for vacant houses you could not seem to find a buyer for. You stand to profit, really. Huh. Just the idiocy I'd expect from the son of a backwater lord who could not even flee correctly. You'd sacrifice your house in the name of sheltering peasants? You may as well toss the money down the latrine. It insults the entire aristocracy, and you'll live to regret it.
Fine.
Are we in a Darman video right now? Aristocrat throws his life savings down a latrine and lives to regret it. If you don't know Soul Blazer, don't worry about it. You're the one who will live to be sorry. This country will change and corrupt nobles like you who are on the cusp of extinction. My parents who risked their lives to protect their people are the real nobles, and my heroes.
Now then.
Now, Lord Hydron, shall we put ink into parchment?
What then?
Young master, you used your inheritance to purchase houses for us in the capital? Your generosity for us goes too far. Be at ease, old friend. I'm just being stubborn, perhaps even selfish. The more I pondered what I should do, the less clear the answer became, but when I asked myself what I truly wanted, I knew without a doubt. I wanted to see your smiles again, the ones I remember from a simpler time. I wanted those smiles to come naturally. A nobleman is the shield in his people's hands, durable enough to protect them, but light enough to carry. Else what value does he have? Another gem of my parents' wisdom. I am sorry, though. I know you wanted House Haliatus to rise again.
But that's...
No, you should have shown us a way to live with more pride than any fortune or glory could impart. It's been my life's greatest honor, greater than any words could express, to have served such a dignified family.
Sorry about that.
I'm sorry to have left you to languish for so long. From here on, I hope happier times win the day.
Wow.
Oh, young Master pardon, young Stroll.
Thank you.
It is with our utmost gratitude that we accept these accommodations in the royal capital. Allow me the honor of gathering Halia's other refugees. Let us begin our lives anew, dreaming that one day we will unfurl the banner of House Haliatus and serve its new lord proudly.
Yeah.
Rangif, everyone, thank you. Once my journey is over, I'll be back.
Thank you.
And thanks to you as well, William. I couldn't have made it through without you. It was all you. It was your determination that saw us through, Stroll. You are a genuine friend. You know that?
You know,
I didn't choose to help these people out of some sense of noble obligation. It was far more simple than that. If I have the power to save someone, then I will. As straightforward as it can be. When someone needs a helping hand, I'll be there to extend it. Your sincerity made me realize that about myself.
yeah.
I would wager my parents were much the same. I think living my life with that in mind is what they'd expect of me. I can sense Stroll's intense determination. It feels like nothing I've felt before.
He. Now, a new power.
Rank 7.
I've got it, Father.
We can now study Samurai. Oh gosh, I'm not even done studying Warrior. We got a lot of work ahead of us. Stroll, buddy old pal.
Well,
I should visit my parents' grave. I think I owe them an apology for failing to rebuild our house with their inheritance. I'm so glad you found refuge here in the capital, Rangif. I even found a merchant my father knew as well.
That's...
Your father would tell us all the time, if there was ever an emergency, we should gather at the capital.
huh?
In Grand Trad, but that's... Pay me no mind. Before we return, shall we tour your new accommodations? Hey! Stroll's success has earned me more support from the people of Halia. Oh, I don't think our rank moved, did it? Okay.
Incredulous.
Who do we have for tonight? Ah, Alonso. Alonso. Okay.
Greetings.
Ah, well met. What are you up to? I've been waiting for you. Listen carefully. I'm putting a major new plan into motion. What kind of plan? Great. Come with me.
Understand?
I've discovered something interesting. The landowner controls all the trade in the settlements around my village, so his valet often comes through the town.
Apparently...
However, I heard the landowner himself will be present for the next inspection, and that's when I plan to nab him. What? How?
What?
Nab him? How? Trust me, he'll behave himself.
Well...
But it would be near impossible to catch him if they come via a busy open street. I'll force them down the forest path, where there will be no witnesses. I've spread rumors about humans appearing on village roads for that express purpose. The men guarding him won't be an issue either. I'll lie in wait along the forest path and call out to him.
And then...
And I'd like for you to accompany me there as well. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, it sounds like you'll need me.
Thank you.
I didn't expect you to agree so quickly. Thank you.
I'm...
We will change things. This world of greedy pigs gorging themselves on riches will come to an end. How?
Seriously?
What is your plan exactly? A long time ago, my mother brought me a weak sapling she'd found. The tree was practically dying. but it still bore a small fruit, and with it, seeds. My mother planted them and gave away the new saplings to our neighbors. Before long, there was an orchard in one corner of our village. The mere sight of it was breathtaking. My mother refused any credit. She said the tree itself wanted to grow, wanted to bear fruit. And that's when I realized, perhaps we all have something we'd like to see come to fruition. Within all of us, there's a seed of virtue waiting to blossom.
It's fine.
That's what I'm betting on. So, make sure you go out and change the world, William. Sure.
Leave it to me.
Okay, leave it to me. I'd expect no less from the future king I went all in on.
I implore you.
May this seed grow into a large tree under which many gather. Hey, we're cultivating the future, eh? I can sense Alonso's resolve behind his grin and his high expectations of me. I'm just,
All I have left in this world.
I don't know, man. Something like about this just feels weird.
Understand?
I can use my network to arrange which afternoon the inspection occurs. Let me know soon. I'll be waiting. Okay.
Time marches on.
So he's gonna
and the
nab
age
this
of
guy
the
and
new
what
king
is he
draws
gonna
nearer.
do with him? Oh, it's the soiree!